I'm Chevee. Today we discuss an Android game, Saber's Edge. Hello friends, welcome to the Shed. It's Thursday, Gaming Thursday here on the Shed. I wanted to talk to you about a game, and I told you a few weeks ago that I would talk more about some mobile games because I've been covering board games the last few times. So I'm going to do that. Today I picked a game called Saber's Edge. Now, before you run out and download this game, hear me out, make it to the end of this episode, and then you can decide for yourself. Because this talk isn't necessarily exclusively about this particular game. It's more about the genre that this game fits in, and that is the set collection, puzzly type game. So I'll run some gameplay footage, and we'll talk about the game and you'll see it here. Essentially, Saber's Edge is a puzzle matching game. In the game, you are pirates, and there are like 5 or 6 different factions, and those factions all are on a wheel of this faction is stronger against this faction and that sort of stuff. You know, extremely similar to pretty much any card collecting puzzle game that you've ever played, even, you know, like Pokemon, where you have the different energies that are stronger against each other or whatever. You get your dudes or gals, and they get equipment, and of course the equipment is upgradable. And you have to collect the equipment to be able to upgrade the equipment, and the characters get experience points, which allows you to upgrade their skills, but of course that costs. And then you collect cards for these characters to unlock them. It takes X number of cards. Once you've unlocked a character, you can upgrade that character's rank from like common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. The standard format, all right? This is that standard style of game with the puzzle battling mechanic. I've played a crap load of these games, and none of them have ever really stuck with me. And this one has stuck for the last couple of weeks, and I'm honestly not sure why. So if you look here, the battle mechanic is a very basic chaining style battle mechanic. Okay? You can see I'm making matches of 3 or more symbols in a line, and stuff happens. Okay? So the unique aspect of this game is each character has a side of a cube is their particular matching board, so it's not one shared board. And if you tilt the device left or right, you can see the boards on either side of you, making chained combos between all of your characters possible. So if I match symbols that match the side, you know, of another character, then both characters will do their attack. Or if the symbols match, they'll combine for one big attack, and you get bonuses. So it's a matching puzzle game that has some strategic elements, very, very few strategic elements. And it is just plain vanilla collecting game. The battle mechanic is interesting, but it's not compelling. I've honestly never really seen a difference between the different faction strength and minus stuff. I mean, yeah, if I'm playing my faction guys against their weaker opponents, then they do more damage, but really it's negligible when compared to what it costs to level up characters. It's basically impossible to level up multiple teams of faction units. It's just not going to happen. You're going to level like 5 or 6 dudes unless your entire life is spent grinding or you spend a crap load of money, because that's the other thing this game has. If you don't want to level your dude, you can pay $46 to unlock that person's level 5 gear set top rank stuff. Yeah. So for a ridiculous price, or $36, you can auto level and then play the game. And honestly, if you don't do that, the game pretty much has no value. And that's why I don't understand why I keep playing it. It's I've been playing it for 2 weeks now. Actually, a little over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks now. You get daily rewards. There are daily missions. I pretty much log in, do my dailies, log out. But every now and then I log in and grind just because I can. The really goofy part that everybody has complained about in this game is the gear that you need to level your characters, essentially. So the characters have their level and their skills, which do things. But they also have their gear, and gear gives you bonuses. And once you hit specific gear set points, then you unlock new skills or new abilities, whatever you want to call them. So you start off, you need all these common gear, and then you'll eventually need some uncommon gear, and then some rare gear. Well, the funny thing is, getting common gear is like basically impossible. It's stupid. If you go spend the $20-some thousand to get a gear chest, like the 30 pack, you're going to get a lot of like rares and uncommons, but getting commons is actually really difficult. And grinding for them, there are a lot of the gear that you need to level characters you can't grind for. It's not in any of the levels. So it's like basically impossible. But for some reason I keep playing this damn game. I've tried like every style. Oh, and there's no PvP. There's no side missions. I mean, there is a side mission, the daily whatever mission that's like really not worth your time doing. The only reason I do it is because the daily quests have a quest that unlocks for that. Why the hell do I keep playing this game? And why the hell do these games keep becoming popular? I've seen a lot of people playing Dragon Soul recently. That game is extremely shallow, but at least it knows it is, and it like leans on that. It's kind of a almost a satire of itself, which is kind of fun. But for some reason it doesn't attract me like this puzzle game does. So maybe this puzzle mechanic is what is giving me the thrill of this game. I'm not really sure. The thing is, I really like matching games. Like, I love match style games. I've played a gazillion of them. And I've had a few that have been so good that they've kept me going for a long time. But I've either beaten them or, whatever. So I'm always looking for new match games. So if you have any recommendations for match style games, please put those in the comments below. I'll give them a shot and let you know what I think. This one though, I want to recommend it because it's polished. It looks amazing. The sound effects are great. The company that publishes this game they also produce the Marvel Puzzle Quest, which is like hugely popular, but their Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest is terrible. I tried it for a while. It's just not fun. And this game really lacks anything to do. After level like 18, 19, 20, you're just grinding because you're not going to progress in the main storyline very fast. It's going to take weeks for me to just even grind to the next level of the storyline. So it's like there's really nothing to do, but for some damn reason, I open this app every night at 8 p.m. when the dailies reset, and I do them, and I love doing them. Strange. So, maybe you check it out, maybe not. The key element here is find me a good matching puzzle game that has depth so that I can play it. Yeah. And I will. So, thank you for stopping by today. Tomorrow's Friday, don't know what we're going to do, but maybe we have some questions from this week that I'll get to on Friday. If you have any questions for me, please leave those, and I will do a little Q&A tomorrow. If not, I will figure something else out to talk about, and I will see you then.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from postalmuseum.si.edu. Who was the first Postmaster General of the U.S.? In 1775, the Continental Congress appointed Benjamin Franklin Postmaster General. Franklin had previously served in that post under the Crown. He was followed by his son-in-law Richard Bach and Ebenezer Hazard. The first Postmaster General of the new United States of America was Samuel Osgood. So the real answer is Samuel Osgood. Ben Franklin was the first Postmaster General before America existed, when the Continental Congress. It's weird.